Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Just getting something to drink. It's a bit of a rush, but we're good. Lowering a bit the music and ready to start. Ready to get Crazy Joe soon. Hey Oscar. Welcome to the stream, welcome to everyone else. Is it Crazy Joe here? Maybe I'll do that just for a tiny bit. You guys see what's going on, because we have Crazy Joe in King Shot for a sec. I need to check a few things actually, because I want to make a guide. We'll get ready on Whiteout as well. I kind of need to find cities to reinforce. Pop the buffs. But I need to wait to pop the buff. I need to wait half an hour for them to be active for Frostfire mine, so... There's 25 minutes to kill, buddy Caddy. Before we can do that. Salut Locke. Tono TN. That's my new nickname. Just checking if there is like social media post. But there is nothing else. It's only King Shot and there is nothing exciting. Whiteout should be out in any second. I'm wondering if they're gonna announce like merger. I think we should have merger quite soon. Hey, the Beacher, I'm good. It's been a busy day with YouTube today, so I've been doing like videos after video after video. So now streaming, and then tonight is video, so it's a YouTube marathon. Quite a bit of things to do, some work to do as well. So, but I like what I do, so you know, it's cool. It's actually really fun. How did everyone today? Did you do your Crazy Joe, your Frostfire mine? How did it go? I just recorded for the French guys for in 2 weeks when we have the Frostfire mine back. I just recorded a guide, and I think I did my best Frostfire mine ever. And I did rank 6 with no KT at all. I don't have any points in KT. And I'm nearly done 500k points. A free-to-play strategy, only KT, and that's pretty impressive. I'm really happy with it. I did not, the beater. I mean, I did and I did not. I have a state 6 account. Actually, I have one dude that went into the comments. I made a video about IWL, right? From that account, but it's not an account I play. It's an account I've played a bit, and then, you know, I'm logging on it and I'm starting upgrades and whatever, but I do not play daily. I did not play it for about a year now. I just played it to access event, pets, experts, like all of these things before they are available on my state, so I could test, so I could register last time around with the lineup, so I could get an idea of the event, but of course I would not get qualified in state 6 with that, right? And someone was just in the comment was just like, oh, how much you need to mess up to have such a bad account? I was like, dude, I'm not playing it, you know, it's not an account to be played. It's just a test account. Hey Ladybots, welcome. So yes and no. I registered I got eliminated in 3 matches, and that was it. So I did not really play, no. I got the most point ever using your strategy, but you rank 29th. I always forgot about the 1 minute tactic. I mean, put a timer maybe, or, you know, what I've done initially, because I found that strategy 2.5 years on YouTube, so it was not that clean, to be honest. It was the core ID was here. It was not really that clean. It was a bit messy, but it was already there, you know. So I just polished it and practiced a lot. I used my farm quite a bit initially to practice, and after a few weeks, you know, I mean, not few weeks, but a few times we did Frostfire mine. I was really good at it, and I could rank like 1 or 2 for the first year in the game. I nearly ranked 1 or 2 for the first year on my main. Because nobody, you know, not nobody else, but most people had no idea what to do back then. Hey Xen, welcome, thank you for being here as always. Happy day everyone, happy Tuesday. Just gathering a bit. And waiting half an hour so I can send reinforcements so it lasts until the end of Frostfire Man. So let's see if we can deduct the amount of turn we have in. I think it's gonna be the same, but we don't have a battle detail. Or we have battle detail, so that's triggered once. I need to see if there are skills I can find that trigger multiple times basically. Get an estimation, but I don't know which skills to look for. Legion 1 and 2. It seems there is no skill that is more than 1 turn. Maybe my city, so Jebel triggered twice. 40% chance. So I'm assuming it's a 2 turn as well. New account, I've been raking my sleep. Very super late, yeah. I actually have my best friend that started to play. He does kind of a boring job for, you know, for some hours of the week. And he showed me a capture yesterday. Was like, oh, you know, the storm is coming, and I thought he was like, you know, he's living not too far, but like an hour drive. It's kind of the other side of, there is like France, where am I? There is like Geneva, Switzerland in between, and he's on the other side, in the French area, but there is like just Geneva between us. So you kind of, you know, if you look at, not where I'm living, but if you go a bit higher, like you can see, you know, where he lives from here. And I was like, maybe it's raining like hell, and then I saw the Whiteout Survival screenshot. And I was like, okay, that's funny. So maybe you play on your state. No, it started just yesterday, so I think you started a few days ago. So I cannot find the amount of turn, but I'm assuming it's 3, because skills are triggering once or twice for like a skill that have a percent base, so probably 3 turns like Whiteout. Ambusher twice, well, that's a very high. That's very, very high. Let's do 1. I mean, the beater, I don't know what else to say than the guides, like killing patrol non-stop, looking for them, learning the timings. For me, I know the timings like by heart, you know, I feel, you know, around 23:30, 23:45, you have the next wave of patrol, so you want to have your matches ready. Then you have the volcano, then you have, you know, patrol around like probably 17 or 18, that's refreshy. Then you have another one around 13:30, something like that. So it kind of flows, you know. I don't really have to think, to be honest, about it. It just flows. So it's hard to, you know, to give more advice than I usually give. If you struggle with something, we can look into it a bit more. They are winning today. But that's 10% more still, so that's a lot. But you know, like PT is going crazy. Chippy got a globe skin, so that's a new globe skin we have. Amy, she's going very strong. Bad Ball, I guess. Cutie, she's going very strong. The King of Pleasure, that's saying something. Tamer. So these guys are all going very strong. Then we have Wobster. Warkitty, I don't know with that. That's probably someone that just joined us. BNK is not too far. BNK is not too far here. So whales are welling up, you know. Will as well, often watching. He got a globe not too long ago. So, you know, people are going strong. And many more to go today, so the day is, you know, it's more or less half of the day in game, so we'll get a lot more. I'm not playing for HQ. You know, I don't care to. I prefer the Vikings to Crazy Joe, to be honest. Prefer to fight the Vikings. It's cooler, you know. Boom. But yeah, I don't care to rank, so I leave points for people that wants it. Just reinforcing my neighbors. So trying to get nobody burning. So the beater is the time you touch the mine. It's not the time you unlock the skill. It's not the time you send your march. It's the time that, let's say I want to trigger the 5k. I'll send my march. Well, it's gonna take a minute and a half, so it's gonna take forever. But when the march touches the mine, you will get a slight delay. You might get a 1 second delay to see the point coming up at the top of the screen, but you will see the point coming up at the top of the screen, and you can note. Now the next time it's gonna trigger is when you touch a mine and successfully. So if you pick the skill on the left is when you enter a mine. The skill on the right is when you fail to occupy a mine. So when you lose a battle, that's why it's hard to do, because you need someone to kill, or someone not to kill, but someone that kick your butt, right? And you don't get more. You get 5,000 as well. So it's a lot easier not to fight for the mine and to just enter it for a sec. And so let's say it's gonna, like you said, you touched it the first time at like 26 minutes, and you entered the tile of the mine, whatever you want to call it, at 26 minutes, then the next time you can trigger it, it's gonna be 25. But if you can trigger it at 24.59, 24.58, and let's say you do 24.55, you delay it by 5 seconds for whatever reason, which happened, and the next time it's gonna be 23.55, right? It's gonna... There is like 1 minute you cannot compress, you cannot do anything about between the time you enter and the next time you are eligible again for the points, right? There is that minute you cannot compress. So does it make sense like that? Russ, no. Only big events. Like I'm just, you know, showing, because I'm doing a bit more in King Shots right now. I'm not doing anything in Whiteout. So I'm gonna leave it for 5 minutes. I'm just waiting for pets and I mean, unless you guys like it. If you guys like it, I can do more. But I don't want to do always. But there will be big, like we have the first KVK, so it's like Castle Battle for SVS, the equivalent of SVS. So I'm gonna do both because that makes sense, right? Because I cannot, you know, the events are at the same time, so I cannot do a stream for King Shot and one later for Whiteout the same day, right? I have to do them together. But for big events, I might a bit. Else, it will mostly be King Shot, Whiteout for the live stream. But I'm trying to promote a tiny bit the King Shot, you know. But if it's boring, you guys let me know. It's really, pretty much the same anyway. 1 sec. There was some noise, but nothing to worry about. How much do we need to wait? I'm gonna do a bit my lucky wheel and things then. So today, I pushed on my farm. I did what? 21 million points, I think. If you look at ranking, I'm somewhere here. Oh, many people did points. So I did 20 million points. So I did everything today. I did experts, fire crystal shards, refined fire crystal, hero shard, whatever I could. So that's how much, you know. And that's quite a bit of saving, you know. I'm nearly fully FC10, so that's pretty cool. But that was today's video about the push. So here I'm just gonna do a tiny bit. I'm just gonna do the lucky wheel a bit. And that's not good. 8 and we have our first SVS. Was funny the first day. We spied on each other. That's only one. First SVS is often very cool. That's pretty nice. To make it up, you know? 4. Nothing too sexy. 5. Nothing too sexy. 3. That's not a very good session so far. That's 11. Not really making up for the bad luck I had so far. So it's a unless I got highly lucky, that was 7. That's 4. That's all terrible, to be honest. That's 4. Come on. Come on. That's 8. That's very, very low. That's very, very, very low. Easily useful. Should I upgrade her? Most likely, yes. Most likely, yes, George. Unless we talk about very specific situation when you want to skip for VIP points and whatnot, but you have a plan because you did Greg and you're gonna do Gwen, and then you can consider skipper, but by default I will totally suggest you do her, yes. She's important as she's a... It's a very easy hero to get, basically, so... Lucky Wheel is very, very easy to get. So my question is really today, should I push a bit my heroes? But there's a big but. There is a huge but even. If I do Lloyd, because Lloyd is a reward from here. I'm not gonna do the chest, right? I think it's a lot better to get the hero shards. I never looked at the value hero shard versus lucky hero gear chest. To be honest. How can we compare that easily? We don't have packs for that. That's a good. How do you compare? I'll see if I can find on the calculator from Torxim. Shop value. That's me. That's not him. Oh, did I close him? Lini is mediocre at everything but for exploration. She's good. She's counter healing, so that's why she's good. Yeah, even in Gen 8, I use Lin sometimes to pass like some very hard levels. To be honest, with healing in exploration. But you know, she's gonna be. You're gonna need heroes in Labyrinth, in Canyon. You need multiple marches and things. So if you skip her, I think you are missing out quite a bit. But if you have a solid plan, let's say you did Greg or you did Alonso, very, very solid, you're gonna do Gwen immediately and you want to pour the gem into VIP points, whatever is your reason for that, that could be considered. That could be okay, but you know, if you don't have a plan, I would not skip her because you might regret it quickly. That's kind of my experience, more or less. Now, can I find the pack tracker? Item relative value calc. item valuation. The Lucky Hero Gear Chest is worth 1.14 cents in average, and SSR shards. Is that even somewhere in the dock? Key, mythic manual, mystery badges, books. Why I can't find them? Mythic General Hero Shard. Yeah, they are nearly 50 cents in average, whatever he's comparing them with. So like the Hero Shard are like 3 times the value. If you get rewards here, you know. Like it's like Hero Shard are usually 3 times the value. If I look at Talk Stream, kind of a spreadsheet for that. I think then if I'll see actually on in Kickshot very soon, because we don't have it. So I think it's gonna be after the first SVS, and we have the first SVS. I think after first SVS you have Alliance Showdown and all of that, and you kind of get the regular, you know, event and the regular things. I think that's what you get. So I will assume it's after SVS. Salut Olivier, tu vas faire une vidéo. Je l'ai enregistrée tout à l'heure, mais je vais la publier dans 13 jours. Donc le lundi, avant le prochain Mingivre Feu. Aujourd'hui, je vais faire autre chose pour les Français. Je vais faire sur... C'est beaucoup plus important, je pense, sur la Ligue. Après le stream, là, je fais une vidéo sur ça. Je pense que c'est beaucoup plus important. Et si je la sors demain, la vidéo... Parce que faut que je l'édite, il faut que je fasse la miniature. Elle n'est pas prête, quoi. Je pense que je vais faire ça aujourd'hui, puis dans 15 jours sur la vidéo, sur la mine, le lundi juste avant le mardi, comme ça vous l'avez. Donc j'ai enregistré tout à l'heure, donc si l'enregistrement a fonctionné, j'ai pas pu l'écouter, je l'ai juste fait avant le stream. Vous l'aurez dans 15 petits jours. No healing. Let's claim, because I can go in 3 minutes. I can pop the buff and we can prepare for... Can I bring my farm? No, we are full. We are full indeed. I mean, that's a good one to reinforce. People seems to be making space. Let's wait 1 minute 30, then I pop all the buff and get ready for action. Where is my city? Am I doing okay? Yeah, I have a lot of people reinforcing me. Not taking any kills. So that's the part I have yet to understand, and will obtain point equal to 50% of the defeats. That's if you accumulate, that's 12, 13,000, that's, you know, 15,000. So that's 1/3 of the points in reality. It says half, but that's 50% of that, maybe, probably, if we add up, you know? So that's 1/3 of the total. And that's exactly the same on Whiteout, and I think people keep telling me, but that's 50%, but it's never 50%. It's 15,751, so that's not even, it's half of that, right? If you divide 31 by 500 divided by 2, yeah. That's That's half of the total point that you make at the defender. That's a third of the total point. But the same here on Whiteout. Look, that dude has like 500 mithril, 10,000. No, is it 10,000? I never seen that much. I'm not gonna go too much detail because in case opponents are watching, but 5,000 mithril, 16,000 hammers, so essence stones, 28k of designs, and you know, 21k of guides for charms. 1,000 wild marks for the advanced one, you know, 16,000 wild marks for the blue ones, 3,000 of SSR shards. So that's just insane. It's gonna do like a stupid amount of points. That's gonna be very funny. But I think he is going slow, you know, even if he's quite ahead. I think he burns very little yet. So it's gonna go crazy. But let's go back to Whiteout. Crazy. The Vikings are dead. It's over, and now it's time to do the bets. It's time to do 20% deployment. And let's go. I mean, if you're a Globskin Gen 2, man, early Gen 2 it was Globskin, so that's probably 60k, you know, right here. Probably above 60k to get it that soon. But on our states, after 2 years and a half, you know, we start to see quite a few. PT has it for a while. We have Dash. You know, we might have a few other people not too far. I mean, Jackie is probably really not far from it. We have like 6, 7 now. Plus BNK, plus people that transfer. So we might be close to 10 globes. But these are like for most of them, these are very fresh globes. And some of them are very old ones. So that people that are not spending anymore. So like, it's not like 10 maxed out player, right? It's 10 globes, but 2 or 3 are like from the past. They got the globes a long time ago, but they stopped spending a long time ago as well. So they are quite behind. And some, they just got it now. So these are like not that crazy spenders compared to like someone that got their globes a year ago. So they are far from max for most of these. You have ADHD because of that? I mean, if you guys like Kingshot, I stream with both. For me, it's just a click, right? I have like Kingshot only, Kingshot, Whiteout, right? In OBS setup, I just need to click one button and you get... I really don't mind. I just don't want to force Kingshot on the Whiteout stream. And if that's an issue, I'm okay to just do Whiteout. If that bothers some of you. If that does not bother any of you, happy to do both. But there is nothing going on in Kingshot right now. We are like wave 20 and... Oh, is my expert? She's not crazy. Yeah, she's not crazy, but she's, you know, I just invested to kind of get the minimum I need, I guess, to not be too behind. But I could do a bit more. Probably worth upgrading the skill to get a bit more charms, you know. So she's 9 here, 6, and she's gonna be a bit higher here. And she's level 61. Let's get the stats as well. Why not? We have the infinity, so let's get the extra stats. I'm gonna have a lot of sigils. I already have a lot of sigils. So next SVS is gonna be fun, guys. It's gonna be really fun next SVS. I'm gonna go crazy on her as well. You know, these two are maxed. These two are nowhere near maxed. Ronnie. I'm gonna improve Ronnie quite a bit. Before next week, I'm gonna max out this skill. I need to max out this one for next week. And should I do the other ones? You know, that's gonna give us a bit of points. Because that's gonna be little points for close 1, close 2. Yeah, that's a lot of investment to go further. So that I can wait, I can do later. All of that I can do later. But that was important to do. It does give us a bit of points. Knocking shot. I felt it in your question. Ross was like, why don't you, there's a reason for it or just the graphic? I prefer the graphic of Whiteout, to be honest. Prefer the visuals of Whiteout quite a bit. Even the most of the skins. And so let's go to my usual people. I don't think I'm gonna do Lancer today. I think last time we've seen that Lancer is actually hurting me quite a bit. What's the FC8? I think we actually saw that last time it was hurting me quite a bit. Twinkle Star, so that's Rin, so she renamed. So we usually reinforce Rin. We usually reinforce Cockroach as well. We usually reinforce Naru. What do I play? What do I send usually? I can send Blanchette, but Blanchette is really, really strong. Bradley is a bit weaker. And he's quite okay. Maybe can I do Gen 1 or 2? So I'm kind of not taking over with power. Is buying affinity packs for expert a waste you think? I don't know, Russ. That's something I need to find a whale to talk to about. How to be efficient when you need to buy these. But I try to talk to some whales, but they are not, like, their English is not always the best, and they were like, oh, you know, I'm buying all the packs. It's like, yeah, but if I buy this one, I cannot buy the other ones, right? Or can you buy each of them, right? Can I buy all the packs? Because Trex is mostly affinity, for example, but you can get some sigil, so I don't know if the Trex are better for affinity than the affinity packs. I have no idea, I cannot tell you. I don't know if someone made the math here. And I could not find anything, and you will see whales doing like spending spree. That's why I like people to explain, because they'll be, oh, I spent $10,000 and you don't know how they spend it, and what's efficient or not. So I need to find a whale to tell us, or some data that people gathered. And I don't know if Wosner did the job there. So somewhere I could check again, because I did not in a very long time. But like, what's efficient here? I buy any track. No, I'm just buying, I'm gonna get the sigils from here. That's clearly the highest of the highest value. I think the highest value is actually the wall mark. So that's $37.5 and that's $35 or something like that. But I'm not at the stage where I want the wall marks. I'm not there yet, so I'm gonna do that later. I'm just buying the Wayfarer. That's $50 a month already, so that's plenty, And when I triggered experts, I bought up to $20 packs. So I skip all the $100 and all the $50 packs, I think. Maybe $150, I don't know. But I bought these plus 10 and 5 and 10, $20 from the, when they reach out a certain level. Did he move? Or did he rename? Because Carnage Map was very good. Oh, Mia. Mamma Mia. Mia is good. She's usually empty in her city, so... I forgot, what do I use? What do I use? Can do one with Flint. That's gonna be okay. 100% infantry. But it's Mia. Is Mia very weak? I think Mia, she's one of the weaker ones. So we can do actually... we can do Blanchette, Gatot, and Fred. That's gonna be amazing. Could have done it. I'm gonna keep Hector just in case. You cannot buy all the pack, you can only buy one of these. So that's what I was thinking, Doris. Thank you for confirming. So, so I don't know which are the best, and I did not search a lot lately, but I searched a while back and I could not find like proper data about what to buy. If you want the sigils, fair enough. If you need the books, fair enough. But these are, you know, very, very not priced. They are very, very expensive compared to all the other options. These are not going back. These are not improving yet, guys. They are like pets. Like pets stayed the same for everybody for like a year or something before they increased. Now they, you know, now they increased, but so these are still the same. We don't have any expert packs improving yet. Then you get, and then between these two, if you want affinity, I have no idea. I will assume that the affinity packs are better than the treks, and the sigils are better than the treks if you want sigils. But I cannot tell you. I know that at the beginning, people did a lot of treks. But we got some data back then. But then in comparison with the other packs, I did not see it. Maybe it's me. Huh? Maybe I did not find it. Maybe it's out there. But I pick the sigil pack usually. Books I collect from daily treks. So that's what you need the most. That's fair enough. And you get some books from the sigils as well. So that might be, you know, that might be helping a bit. So who do we reinforce last? A neighbor, if we can. Can we get a neighbor? Can we get Uro, maybe? Are they empty today? I'll get Uro. And I'll get... Hector Molly. What I'm gonna give him? Do I do Sonia? Do I do like a third march? Do I do like Sonia, Edis, and that? In case it's a bit better. You still cannot get 100% kill. Like, do you execute properly? Do you know? I don't know if it's Dory or Had or both. Not sure which one works for you. But the execution is tough. I mean, if you are Gen 4, 5, 6, these are a bit, especially Gen 4, 5 are rough, to be honest. The marksmen are shit. The marksmen are really bad. Then you get Wayne and it gets a lot better. And gets a lot better. Let me do some polars quick. Dory, fair enough. Because then we have... Let me swap back to English. That's why I want, you know, like you guys support with the top-up link. The content creator link on the official store will really help me to have to think about the spender problems and make more contents. Again, like I say it every time, you have no idea how many spenders ask me. Like, I'm actually thinking about making a guide about how to whale up from the beginning of the game. Probably had like 5-6 people in the last few months that ask me, I'm coaching, you know, I'm coaching a whale. There is like a dude in my alliance that's buying all the packs. They have no idea what they're doing, kind of thing, right? So people come to me and they're like, you know, I'm telling them this, I'm telling them that, yeah, that's right. Should we focus on something else? What do you do? Like, you know, so, and the whales usually don't have the time to come on the stream and ask questions or watch the video. So they are coached by like weaker players that got more time on their ends, and they are totally lost in what to do because they're just too much thing, too much money. So I'm really considering making like a huge spender guide. It's like, how do you whale up? You know, what are your priorities? Let's assume you have like, you know, 10,000 budgets over a few months or far more over a year. Like, how do you, you know, how do you go about it? And the problem is that there is always a bigger spender. That could be one of the problem. That could be one of the problem. that could be. We just had Gen 7, Jerome, Molly, Wayne. I mean, that should do quite okay, Jerome, Molly, Wayne. Do you have like a very strong marksman player? Do you have a whale or someone that's really, really strong? That should do quite okay. If you did not watch the video, so today I pushed Lloyd as far as I could. I don't have the shards to go higher, but that's gonna happen during the end of the gen. I just do one more shard and the rest I'm gonna get from events, I guess. I maxed out Rufus on my farm, so that's pretty cool. I nearly maxed out Command Center, so you know that's a free-to-play account. Just bought second builder 6Q at the beginning when I played it, but then it's free to play. So here it's nearly maxed. It's just missing 1. Embassy is 10. Camps are 10. That's nearly 8 as well. Here it's what? It's 5 something. And I started a T11. I'm never gonna train the troops, but I'm started a T11 to make more points. I'm gonna let it run forever, slowly. Gonna accumulate, you know, whatever I need. And it's gonna take freaking forever to do. And that's gonna be cool enough. Nothing here, nothing to see. Hey, I'm Max Marksman. You use offensive joiners, Dory? Because that's weird. Like something is probably off in the execution unless Gen 6 is not enough, but I think I've seen people in Gen 6 doing it, especially if you have widget level 10. You said Geronimo, Molly, Wayne, that's very good. You use the right heroes if you have widget level 10, that's amazing. Like basically, I'll go back to Kingshot for a sec just to show you a Crazy Joe report, the equivalent of a Crazy Joe report. But what I will be looking at, let's say that's HQ, right? Let's pick a one with more people like on my farm, on my city, so that's me. Is there a specific skill or affinity? It looks probably. Oh, we have a daily post on social, and it is a random post from Whiteout. Nothing interesting. So I'm just gonna check Ronnie very quick. That's gonna be the fast one. Expert. You have like some kind of images on the Discord that someone is making on the official Discord, which we don't have for Katie, but we have for Ronnie. And the last skill is Stota skill 39, and affinity is. I mean, you need to be casual 1. So casual 1, you will be for the other one anyway. So casual 1, and you need skills 39. So you probably need all the other skills anyway. That's probably what you need. So all joiner, Max with Max widget, all joiner, JC, marksman, skills. So 83 is interesting, right? 83 is interesting. That's a weird one. That's because of Wayne. So that means that you took. So let's look at what I will look, you know, if I had a report. So make sure that here it's you, right? So that's my city. So people are reinforcing me. There is no whales, but Balanar is a spender, for example. So these are my heroes. So you need to make sure that here it's you, right? Your 3 heroes. So your Hector, your Molly, and you might know that. And I'm sorry if you do. That's a good reminder for everyone if you do know that. And here you will want Wayne. I don't know if Bradley is better. Might be. That's something you need to test. And then here, you will want to see what's going on in here, but you will want that the joiner are like offensive. So that's the equivalent of JC Zachenko. So I have offensive, I have no joiner, and I have offensive. So people are using offensive joiners in Kingshot Generation 2. I cannot have people do that in my own alliance in Whiteout after 2 years and a half. It's maybe because we lack joiners and they're using the bare ones. But, you know, I got offensive joiners here. So you want to make sure then, if you are using 4 JC, you can mix, right? So if we go back to Whiteout, you can use probably 1 Rena, one, and you know, like 1 Siyun, 2 JC, 2 Siyun, 1 JC, like things like that. You can mix a bit. It's gonna be tiny bit better than for JC. So that's the main 3 you can use. one Rena, maybe one JC, one Siyun. You ask for a mix, and that's gonna be a tiny bit better that you could do. That's what I will look in the report. Can we do better with Joiner? No, Mia is not gonna be better here at all. So you do not want Mia. That's a false. She's a false friend here. And then, so what does it mean? We'll look at Wayne in a sec. So how do I understand your 83? So if you look at Wayne, he has a skill that does damage on every other attack. His marksman deal extra damage to enemies' lancers and to an extra damage to enemies' marksmen. So why you do 83 is because very likely you take 2 turns to kill infantry, you take 1 turn to kill lancers, and on top of that, on turn 2 out of 3 turns, your Wayne is starting to damage a tiny bit Crazy Joe marksman. It's not enough to kill. Like 1 turn of 20% of Wayne damage, of marksman damage is not enough to kill the full marksmans, right? Of Crazy Joe, but that's how you end up to 83. So, and I don't know, and you cannot really tell. It's hard to tell if you are like, 5% more damage away to kill Crazy Joe infantry in 1 turn. So if you do a bit of lethality, if you do Bradley instead or whatever, if you do a bit more stats, this SVS, because you put some Essence Stone or some Mithril, whatever, and it's gonna be okay. Or you could be missing 20% damage, and it's gonna take a few more months, right? That's hard to tell because the report do not tell us that story, but you might be very close. So if you mix up a bit the joiners, it could be all you need, One Reyna, mix a bit of Siyun and JC to have a bit more multiplier than additive ones. It might be all you need. Hey Azad, welcome. But that's 83 is pretty cool. It's nearly there. It's just that you are missing a bit of damage to kill infantry turn 1. And heroes you are using the best. I don't know about Bradley versus Molly versus Wayne, to be honest. I'm not sure which one is best. Because I think Wayne has... Because in a rally, Bradley is better, but here you want damage. So an every attack every 5 turns, so that's not good. Allow troops to launch an extra attack every 5 turns. So that's not working. That's working, but that's not really helpful. And that's 25% crit all the time. So that's okay, actually. So you have only that one working, and the widget is lethality. So you have the widget and 1 skill on Wayne. And on Bradley, you have 1 skill, attack up, so that's the equivalent of Siyun. So you have a Siyun. In there, you have extra damage dealt to infantry, 25%, so that's really impressive. And you get increase every 3 turns, so that do not work, and the widget is troop attack. So attack and lethality on widget is the same. The way it works with the mass, I have it on Discord, it's the same. It does not matter if the widget is lethality or attack. You don't care. One is not better than the other. It's more damage. You can translate it as more damage. So Bradley, if you have him, is probably better. Or when you have Bradley. I don't know what's your plan with it, but that could be like the quickest fix. Because you have the same widgets. You have that's a bit better, and you have 2 skills instead of 1. And the skill, the skill on... Yeah, I don't know how to judge the crit. I never looked into how effective is the crit, to be honest, in the game. It's a very niche thing, and I did not really look into how good it is or how bad it is, to be honest. So that's something we could look at as well. Nick, my state, 93 days old at the start. I did not buy Geronimo. It was to take him now. Or that less you think you're a low spender. For a low spender, for me, low spender is $50 to $100 a month, maybe $200, $300. You are still kind of low spender. When you are close to 500, you are medium spender to me. So I don't know if you are, if we have the same references, right? But some people Southern, they think they are low spender, but it depends against who you are comparing. So if you can just buy out, Geronimo now, and that's okay for you. It's not the worst. It's not the best. The thing going through my mind is packs Gen 2 are bad. So whatever you buy, you don't buy great value in Gen 2. Packs are not great yet. So Essence Toad, you don't get a lot. Charm, you don't get a lot. Fire Crystal, you don't get a lot. All of these things, you don't get a lot in the packs. So I tend to prefer to do things that are like long-term and permanent and that are not costing, that are still good value. So for example, Gen 1, if I restart an account and I spend a bit of money, yeah, I'll do Geronimo as soon as possible because I'm going to keep him until the end of time, right? So I'm going to use him for bear until the end of time. I'm going to get a tiny bit of extra health and lethality from that because you do not need him in the rally. These are additive, are not multiplicative, so they are not crazy, but if, you know, that's still extra stats. All of that you're gonna keep for a very long time. That's a no, and you know there is nothing else to buy that is really good Gen 1. But on a low spender budget, it's a big buy. It's a big buy. It's a lot, you know, because you need to do the widget. If you want to use Geronimo, you need to do the widget level 10 as well. Else, Hector gonna be better for bear. You know, if you do widget level 4 or 6, you're gonna get a better time just play Hector Gen 5, and it's gonna be. And you don't need a widget on Hector. It's lucky with hero, so it's free to play friendly. Costs you nothing except a bit of gems. So I would say, without more information, I would say it's not the best buy, but maybe you give me more. Same reference. Geronimo is used, if you rally lead, Geronimo can be used offensively until generation 6-7, you can still use him. Then if, you know, Edis or Gatot, they're always better because they just have too many stats on infantry. So even if they are not as offensive heroes, they, you know, they just have too many stats from that part of the widget, the flat part of the widget, plus the attack and defense and all of that. So I'm like, probably not, but you could see it a bit differently eventually. One question turns on even if I add higher troop tier, I make less damage than majority of people in bear. It's because of expert Cyril, or it can be something else. I mean, it could be the ratio. Like, so it could be the ratio, like bear damage is like individual within a rally. So you cannot say, I'm in a player that's an 100% infantry. Let's say like someone, like say I want to start a rally with 100% infantry. In bear, I'm gonna do very little damage because it's infantry, but it's not preventing people to send infantry themselves. It's like individual. So everyone has to send their own infantry. Everyone has to send their own lancers to not get like a damage reduction on their portion of the damage. So you will want to make sure you will compare the ratio. Higher troops will do more damage no matter what, usually. You will want to compare the ratio, and then that's about it. And then, of course, could be Cyril. Cyril will have a big impact, but that's easy to calculate because that's percentage based. So you can ask people and be like, okay, you know, I got 21%, you got 30, okay. You know, the difference is 6%. I do a bit more than you, just have a better Cyril. Like, you can calculate that quite easily. It could be deployment capacity as well, but you don't do a crazy amount of damage, you know, with more troops on there. I will not succeed to do widget 10, at least fast enough. Probably I should just keep to, yeah, troop as a joiner. I think so, Nick. If you spend like, you know, 100, 200, I would not. Geronimo is probably, I mean, some people might want to have him, but I think there is better things to do. You know, when you are at that tier of spending, to be honest, for me, it's like a few cards or like high value packs. So, you know, maybe when you have the expert Gen 3, you do the experts. You can do the weekly cards here. They are good, but then that's 15 a month. That's 15 a week, so that's 60 a month if you buy all of them. That's already pretty expensive. Vault of Enigma, when it comes out, like the value is crazy now in Vault of Enigma. So these are like so valuable for most of these. Then you can do a bit on seasonal events, right? You do a bit on Treasure Hunter, you do a bit on Cassia, you do like $5 a day, you know, $5 or $10 a day on these events, things like that. And that's gonna be good enough, to be honest. That's gonna be great already. That's gonna be great. So, and you will be easily at budget. You will be easily at 100, 200, 300 a month. Like if you buy a bit of these packs right and left, you know, it goes so quick. It goes so quick. So it's starting, guys. Let's go. I did not pay a lot of attention. So that city is empty, so that should be good. That's hopefully good. That's very low power, so she might have raided our farm to get some resources before SVS. Angry Coach, we'll see if he's empty today. Naru, that's full. Mia, that's full. And Aurora, that's not too many people, but I don't know if they are empty then. It might not be empty today, so we'll see. I'm just checking who is doing pet. My buff recap is on cooldown, so someone will set HQ. Perfect. You see a lot of spender, you know, a lot of spender portraits nowadays. If you look around, I don't know how it is for you, but it really feels that after 2 years, like the concentration on spenders in like active states, they are quite big, to be honest. I don't know how free to play feel in our stage at that stage, because the stage really changed in a year. I don't know how they feel anymore about. If you look at Labyrinth, like I'm 34. So my account reached 10k in value. I unlocked the concierge, so that means that the account is like the equivalent of 10k spent in dollars. But you see, like that guy is spending 1,000 a month. These are spenders. I mean, you usually welled up quite a bit lately. El Patron is spending as well. Many of these are spenders, you know. Sushi, she used to spend quite a bit. Digo was kind of a spender account before. So, I mean, I think like you might start to be like in the low spender area for some of these here. And I don't know if they are low spender, you know, for some of them. Some of them are clearly spending, so I don't know, with the lowest free to play, I guess, here. Or like very, you know, $10 a month kind of account. I'm a bit curious. Let's look at the initial report. Let's look at level 3. It's a good one. Start to see. So doing 5k points on KT Throne, that's empty, so that's okay. Angry Cockroach is like 5k, so that's good. Twinkle Star, it's because she got these are very weird sometimes. Like, I don't know why Lancers are attacking here. Make no sense. I mean, we are very, very defensive. See, like, there is not a good joiner. I mean, there is Jacer from Sharkio, so that's good. Then it's Edis. I mean, it's probably Legend is probably the one doing he's doing the points here, so that's pretty good. But Cockroach is very good. Oro is probably having full marches inside his base. He has all his infantry, so I'm gonna swap that so that there is no point. And Mia is okay. So I have only one bad one. And I need to see if actually I can get... And he has good heroes as well, so I don't know if mine are worse, you know. So I might just change. Whoa. I just see if they're online, if they're getting online or not. Good luck if you have Crazy Joe, and then we'll do Frostfire mine not too far from now. And now I need to think tonight. I need to disconnect with everything set up properly here. So we might set it up before the end of stream, so you guys can have an idea of my plan. See if it works. Yeah, they use some alliances to do that. I don't know who is doing, you know, which alliances are being used, so I'm kind of a bit behind with the points some days. But I got dethroned for albums, and I don't think I can go back easily. Oh, maybe I got lucky, but maybe I got lucky here. Maybe you guys bring me luck. Ah! I know, you know, it's so rare at that stage. So rare to get one. But I keep only my level 4, because I'm not helping anybody on anything. But BNK beat me to it today, so... That's, you know... He has a lot more album than I do, so I'm pretty happy still. But everyone is catching up. I'm not moving up a lot. Everybody's catching up a lot. And soon, I guess, we will have T12 albums. And I'm not in a rush for that, because I'm gonna do T12 next month, so... If they delay it a bit, you know, I'm not gonna complain. So I can artificially feel I'm, you know, mattering in one of the leaderboards. But I got totally, with the new recruits, I got totally destroyed on the kills. I used to be first on the kills, but I'm like, that guy got 3 times what I have done. So that's really insane. That's really, really insane. And many of our new recruits are like very, very high on kills as well. They are big fighters. They are big, big fighters. So I think I'll do HQ. I have a decent Rufus. I think I'm gonna do HQ today. Let me spot someone online that could be a better pick. Offline 2 hours. I mean, Jackie is like a beast, so you need to go at the bottom. You don't need to go at the bottom, you need to boom. I expect first place. Frostfire mine. That's gonna be rough. I think I did like 4,090k points. And I cannot really play the well strategy, so I'm gonna go to the gym and maybe see you in a bit. Yeah, sure. Enjoy then. Good luck. Don't forget your deadlift. What? We didn't do a vote today, actually, for Crazy Joe. So I'll do HQ. But you know, Wave 10 is gonna be easy. I just need to kick people that don't follow the rules. Let's do that. No polars. I've done my share today. So many people? I have barely anyone online, so that's gonna cost me a lot as well. It's gonna cost me a lot to have so many offline. I'm gonna swap to someone online. I tested the strategy with 6 farm and works really well. Over 2,000 points. Yeah, it works very well. Yeah. You can do, I mean, when people do like that, I mean, I'm not sure how they do it exactly, but that's usually, you know, when you do 5 million, it's usually you have 6 farm for yourself and HQ alone, and you do 100% marksman. So you need to find like hero that boost marksman damage and stuff. So it's not that easy to find. But that's very much doable. That's very much doable. That's wave 8 eating, and we're gonna go for wave 9 soon. I should do it. I should do it. Eventually, when I move my 2 farms, you know, to the state, maybe I'll do it sometime. I'll have at least 3 accounts for myself. If I find like a, you know, a dead alien that I can take over or something like that. Let's go. Let's do HQ. That's my job today. Just need to make sure I'm in and I'm promoting myself so we could have a decent deployment capacity soon. That's too much, you know, that's insane when you like, that's really terrible UI, to be honest. Like, see it going up freaking every time someone enters it. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. So who is having too many troops? At least we got only marksmen. Do I got deployment capacity? That's something I need to work on as well eventually one day. Not too long from now, but we're full. We got 15 people and... You got a bit more? I mean, I got a bit more, but it does not matter. It will be his stats anyway, so... We will use his stats anyway. It's not gonna be me. So where do I go after? I need to find someone else to reinforce. Come on, Crazy Joe. I mean, it's not too bad, to be honest. It's really not too bad. That's very weird. So we are like so bad with our infantry and joiners here. That the Lancers have a lot of kills. That's really, really weird. Brace for impact. Let me find a buddy to reinforce. Do we have T12? She has a tiny bit of T12. Ah, yeah, she has a tiny bit of T12. Who did I send to him? He was what? Let's do a flint. That was a flint. I'm gonna miss a level. That's okay. 11 sec. Oh, I can. Or as little as... He was a neighbor. Oh, but that was probably passed, so that's okay. I missed one. But point-wise, it should be a good day because I got good cities, not too full with a lot of people, and seems to be the first of the alliance so far. AD is just above me, so that seems to be a good start. What you could do as ad if you want help as well, if you struggle to kill everything, is you could have someone join, but they use like one infantry or something like that. To just, or one, you know, yeah, probably one marksman, I don't know. But just to give you another joiner, like 25% if you want to. They might take a lot of kill though, I'm hesitating. It's really if you struggle to kill after wave 15 alone, that could help a lot to have just someone, even if it's like a level, you know, 1 troop or whatever it could be. Just to give you JC, or 5, you know, 5 troops or whatever. So it does not get, you know, injured enough that it has to go back home ever. I think that the next level when you struggle to do it alone. I need to find the speed up though. So if I need to use the speed ups, will I use speed ups anytime soon? Can I use speed ups tomorrow? I cannot use speed ups tomorrow. Oh, I can use speed ups tomorrow. I'll do speed ups on experts tomorrow. That's gonna be good. I'm gonna need to use 7,000 minutes, which is how many hours and days? Is that 2 days? A bit just below. Oh, it's 5 days. Should we lower the amount? Why my rally cap is that low? And that's not too bad, but it's not amazing. I have pets. Did I pop the 10% deployment? Can I get a title to do a bit more? Nope. Let's check prep. If, you know, current people are pushing. And we're catching up. I'm really happy to see that. There are people that started the day were very, very strong, so not sure what they have for the end of the day, but we are catching up a bit for now. Worst case, we keep doing 110. Because we have like the bigger rally leader, they are missing their pets and stuff. So my rally cap is not that huge. So we have one person that cannot get in fully inside inside HQ, so we're trying to fix that. And let's not heal. Let's see the points we're making right now. On wave 14. Hopefully I have a few more people online than earlier. I was very low. And I'm not gonna change people. I'll see how I do. Because last time I usually change for full infantry to full lancers, wave 17. But last time I got no kills wave 17. And that's a huge, huge one. And I got not that many kill wave 20, 18 and 19. So I could change the offline one though. The one that are offline for wave 17, I could change them. Maybe to a 50-50 to just get a tiny bit more point. I need to check if it's a delivery. I got a spam call. I guess it's just a spam. But I got Mia, Ben of Ojas, and Naru. Which means I can change. Kitty Throne. I can change weekly Winkle Star because now she has her main account here. So I can change the first one. So I'll try 50-50 to be honest. It's gonna be okay. Unless they come online wave 17. Yeah, Rini is doing well as well, Carney as well. So I'm dropping a bit because people are reinforcing online players. And I don't. Throne, Cockroach, Twinkle Star. Wow, that's terrible. Who is taking over? Is that me? No. Oh, it's Jackie. I mean, Jackie has crazy stats, so that might be okay, but... Sometimes you think people have a tiny account, like Rin. She used to have like a FC7, but that was kind of her farm. She moved her big account today. She has like T12 and stuff. I don't know if you're watching. Sometimes you do. But that's a very different story now. It's pretty strong. Let's do what? 40-60. Get a tad more points. See if we kind of make up the difference here. Will PT join? If he joins, it's gonna be all okay at the end of the day. They are super weak, but that's 180 million troops, so that's insane. Yeah, it's catching up a bit. So the cities I have are good, but I'm lacking online folks. That's what it is. That's a bit better. And now who was online last one, so that should be another one. Why I get so little here? I mean, I get the most by far, but welcome to everyone that joined the stream. Let me know if you have any question about Crazy Joe or something else. You are very welcome. These streams are as well for questions and clarification on anything about the game, any guides I've made. Oh, baby brother is burning, but he was literally alone. Nobody reinforced him. And Weekend Star, she is burning as well, so... That's the issue. That's the issue when you... yeah, when you don't have infantry and stuff. And we're not that many... I mean, we're a million reinforcing here. She does not have many troops, so it's a bit rough. Kitty Throne as well. So yeah, a lot less point because these people burn. So these people burn. So I could have. Yeah, I could have went some pretty crazier on Lancers to help, but I don't know if it would have been enough. I need to check after. But that could be as well because of me eventually. I did not check. Who are the heroes here? That's a Lloyd Rufus. That's very decent. See, like we didn't even kill infantry. We did not even kill infantry. What the heck? It's full already. Wow. That's a bummer. I did not pay attention. I would have boosted if I saw. We usually don't have a problem to fill. As Spender forgot about Geronimo. Yeah, that's what the conclusions know. Probably not worth it. Actually, I got a question. I just unlocked T11 infantry. I got 100k trains. We have CG later today. Should I reinforce the farm with T11? I mean, I'll try to get them where you get the most points. Bet on the city where you can do the most points, you know? I'm upset. That I miss HQ. But it is what it is. I'm still very good on points today. I would have preferred 3 million, but that's decent. But that's gonna cost me a lot. Not doing HQ. But we have Frostfire mine in half an hour, so I'm not gonna do much now. Maybe some Polar Terrors. Like, what do you do usually, Illusion? Like, you reinforce like very weak players with like your secondary march and you share stats and stuff like that. It could be helpful if they have a risk of either you save someone from burning and you try to give them, you know, second, third march and T11, or you spread them, or, you know, it's all okay at the end of the day. It's depending on your focus. For me, I'll focus on points. I'll focus on making personal points, so I'll try to aim for the one. Oh, people are already done with that. Yeah, I need to do it on multiple. I need to find the other alliances people use. But I'm nowhere near. It's spectacular. This one, Crazy Joe, I'm missing 20. So if I do it 2 or 3 times, I could literally get quite faster. Alliance mob, I'll finish next time. Mercenary prestige gonna be forever, and fishing is gonna be forever as well. So, and the rest is all forever, to be honest. But I should update Alliance Championship. That's really important now. You know, I'm gonna feel weak for a month. Not doing T12 and not going crazy on Gen 11 heroes. It's gonna feel. I'm not gonna feel very powerful. My farm usually burns at 16, 17. I mean, like if you farm burns, you can always send like Hector. You know, you can do Hector Molly and a decent marksman, and you send 100% marksman to it. After wave 14, and it's not gonna burn anymore, hopefully, especially if you have a bit of marksman in your farm left. That could be a way, if you're not sending it to HQ. if you take over the garrisoning, that could be a way for more points. But you don't even need your T11 there. You can use them on someone else. How did I end up in the Alliance? I think it's without HQ, it's not gonna be crazy. Why Crazy Joe is already at the back? Yeah, I got passed by Carney a bit. I mean, quite a few did not make it to HQ. When I first saw albums, I was happy that we got some rewards after completing. Didn't know it will take forever. Some, I mean, I think that's an okay balance for me. Like some are insane, some are super easy, some are free to play, some are spender. That's decent, to be honest. Like some that I really don't like, and I think, you know, that are really annoying is really the, oh, we're gonna get the chest here. We're gonna get the chest in a day or two with the spenders. Token 6 million, and that's, you know, halfway through. Not this one, that might be the epic battlefield. Yeah, that's the facility, right? Because that means you are not refreshing facilities. That means you are often not with the facility buff. So doing that is really painful. Plus, on top of that, your alliance don't get the facility. So 100 times I get it. 200, but like, that's a bit ridiculous. That's a bit ridiculous because it's like penalizing, right? You don't have the buff of the thing and you need to do it, and it's really annoying. So that's the one I feel they should lower. The rest is like whatever. The fishing will get here. I don't buy anymore the General Master Fragment. I mean, when, you know, like for me, like the yellow envelope, they do nothing 99 or 95% of the time or whatever. I barely got anything from them anymore. So the only way to progress a lot is these. So when I'm gonna, you know, I'm getting like over a month or two, I'm gonna get very close, and then I'll be wrapping up with these. And I think if someone did not buy these, they will take forever to finish compared to me. At least that's the plan. I think it's gonna work. I think the plan's gonna work, guys. Irene, what emulator do you use? I use Google Play on this one. I use as well LD9 players. I use Memu or BlueStack in the past, so you have a lot. But that's Google Play games. Not all the games are on Google Play Game. It's not like an emulator. It's like Memu or LD9 Player is an emulator. Google Play Game is like a software, and the companies are making their games compatible with it. So you have games that are optimized for it, like Whiteout Survival, for example, and Kingshot is not even on it. So it's not like, you cannot even find it. So some games are missing from it. So does not work for all the games you have, basically, but it worked very well for Whiteout. The last 6 months, it has been pretty good. It used to be very crashy and buggy and not really good, but the last 6 months is pretty good. But that one can give you piece you already have? Oh. That would be terrible if that's the case. You would have ruined my day. But it would have been ruined. That you currently do not own, it says. That should be okay though, right? I'm not gonna test. You're not gonna make me use mine. I mean, if you use these and you already have completed the full album, it has no choice than give you one you have, right? So these are like specific to an album, like the Explorer of the World. So these Explorer of the World is full for me, right? You can see here, 126. So whatever I use here, I'm gonna get one I already have. But here, General, that should give me something I don't have. And I'm missing 1, 4, 1, you know. That should be okay, though. That should be quite okay. Oh yeah, today because of Ireland Championship. That's fair enough. So yeah, I might do it Thursday somewhere else. It gave me a piece I already have. Wow, that's terrible. That's terrible. That's really terrible. If that's the case, it's terrible. And then I'm not gonna use it until they fix it. I'm gonna assume it's a bug. I'm gonna harass community managers about it. So like, it's a bug. Fix it before I use mine. IWL is once a month. It seems so. So we had it last time to Gen 12 plus, and this time is available to Gen 4. I don't know. Some people said to me that they are Gen 4 without War Academy and they have it. Some people tell me that they are Gen 4 without War Academy and they don't have it. So I don't know why the cutoff. I don't know if it's with pets or experts in Gen 4, which is 1 week after Gen 4. It's like somewhere there, right? Somewhere Gen 4. So, and it's 1 month after the last one, so 4 weeks exactly. So it's on, you know, it's with SVS. So I would assume that most of the time, if not every time, we're gonna get it for SVS. And that's cool. I don't know what you guys think, but I think that's cool. The only thing that stresses people is widgets. Like the whales, they don't know what to do with their widgets. They're like, should I do them today? Or can I wait until Thursday? And I cannot get an answer on that because people don't tell me if the marches are automatically, dynamically updating after the qualification. Right now they are. You can refresh them, but after the qualification, I don't know if you can. I think you can just swap lane from what people told me. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, but that's Bizarre Bazaar. I don't care. That's mine. Someone gifted me something. But I asked in stage 6. But on chat, and I don't think I got a proper answer. I don't know who to ask, so I don't know if you... I have a viewer in ALV. I have some viewer in stage 6, but I did not keep track of who they are. Maybe they are watching here. I'm gonna have that dude Merkin. But he saw it was me and he offered to get title because they would not give it to, you know, to such a small city. But he was happy that I could get one. So I'm gonna find my question. I'm lazy to type again. See if I can get an answer. Maybe. Maybe they can help me. But these guys, you know, they are dominating, so maybe he knows. So hopefully it's once a month. I'll be excited with that. I hope I can take part this time, and hopefully next time I can be a bit of a better contender. Hopefully I can qualify. The fact that they've done like very limited amount of state, that's pretty good. You know, you have a lot more chance to qualify. Not that many of us would, but you know, it's when they do 7 to 9 states, it's a lot better than they do 15, right? So at least that part is cool. Just gonna sit for a sec. I'll bring you with me. Should be good. Fair enough. Yeah, just waiting for Frostfire mine in 15. Not much to do until then, so I just not decided what I do. Oh, we are catching a pretty... We are nearly even now. Who pushed? Like, Bad Ball like pushed crazy today. I don't know if that they are big or well, but that's an insane push. That's really a big push. But you know, still below than Chippy and PT, but I mean, I still done 2 million points today, so What did I say? I said I do something tomorrow. Tomorrow I do the research. I need to remember. Can I help someone? Nope. Nope. Yeah, I could get some of the 25. Wow. Could get on the 250 extra and have a chance to beat BNK eventually or to catch up on him. Will be a bit of a gamble, but prefer to be patient and help people, I guess. Hey Emma, is it better to upgrade the hero's exclusive equipment on an even or odd number, depending on what you want it for? Like the odd is for arena, so sometimes it could make sense if like a very strong hero for arena, you could, you know, you could want to have like level 3 instead of 2 and to go, because like it costs a lot, right? Widgets, the kind of, the higher you go, the more they cost. So there is a kind of a diminishing return on them, which is quite strong. So to me, the way I look at it, it's like Gen, you know, until you have Agnes with like a lot of extra mystery badges, I will do level 2 for most people, free to play and stuff. So if you look at my old hero, they are Gen 2. They are level 2 for the widgets. You know, all of these are 2. Sometimes I did 3 for Arena for Greg. So I'll do 3 for Arena if I cared. And then if I wanted to be like a bit of a stronger for Bear, for whatever, then you could do 5 for Garrison, or 4, sorry. You can do even. Yeah, but what do you use René for? Do you use René for Arena or for rallying? So that the first skill, you know, odd levels, they go to Arena, and even level, they go here. So both are okay. There is not one that's better than the other. All levels are giving you flat lethality and health, so that could be something you want as well. That could be okay too. But if you want a bit more of Arena, then yeah, you can do odds one. That's okay. But I usually do level 4 because that's half of the value here. Because you go to 15 and you get 7.5. And 4 is costing, I don't know, compared to like a max widget, is probably costing, I don't know, 8 times less or 7 times less or something like that. I forgot exactly. So you get for like very, very tiny fraction of the total cost of the widget, you get half of the value. 4 makes a lot of sense, I find. It's, you know, 2 makes a lot of sense. You get a third of the value for like nothing, right? But 4 is a good middle ground, I find, for especially when you have Agnes with the extra mystery badges. So if he's 2, you can do 3. If he's 4, I don't know if I will do 5 on René, to be honest. That feels a bit much. I'm really team, you know, getting a shit ton of patches from there and from Frosty Fortune. I'm ready of the team to get a shit ton of pet chest. On top of widget, of course, but by default, I would rather do pet than widget. Eventually, pet's gonna be maxed, you know. I'm gonna start to be here in a couple of months. Gonna get that one 200, that one 200. These are maxed. That one's gonna be 100, and yeah, so I'm gonna have half of them. I'm gonna get 3 of them maxed of the SSR ones, and I will need to max 4 of them, plus we're gonna get a new one. So I might buy a bit of XP eventually. Depends. I just got Gen 4, Gwen is 7. Is it better to push to 8? No, it's okay. I mean, you are what you said. You're Gen 6. You're gonna get Bradley soon enough, so I would not invest in Gwen. That's okay, 7. It's already high, you know. She's already high. It's very expensive to go to 8. I just got Gen 4. Should I replace Alonso with Lynn at 4-star for Bear? I don't know. You know, Alonso got changed when I was Gen 2, Alonso was not as strong. He had a stun chance here, which does nothing on bear. Now he has a lethality up. And he might even had another skill change, I forgot. So Alonso is a lot better than he used to be for bear. I think people were saying, I don't remember what people were saying. But that's a question some of the viewers that are closer to Gen 2.4 answered quite a bit in like a month ago, 2 months ago. Because Lean, you do not care about the widget. The widget is not working offensively. So it's not about the widget level, it's really about the stars and the stats. That's working only in Garrison, and Bear is not Garrison, right? So Alonso is better than Lean tested. Okay. See, that's not surprising. That's not surprising. Because Lean, I mean, that's 40% chance. It's not too bad. So that's damage dealt, so you don't care. And that's 5% every 3 attacks, but Bear is only 10 turns, so that do not really have time to stack and snowball, right? On Bear. Bear is too short of a fight to really work. So overall, the skills are not great. And Alonso has good skills. He has, 40% to do 50, so that's 20% in average. Plus he has here another 50% to do 50, so that's 25%. Plus he has an offensive widget, right? So that's a lot more, and that's make up for the stats he doesn't have compared to Lean, and that makes sense to me. Tonton, je suis à la Gen 3, je souhaite changer mon Sergei par un autre défenseur, tu me conseilles Logan ou d'attendre la Gen 4? Logan est mieux. À Mose et à la rue, Logan est mieux. Donc, si tu fais quelqu'un, tu peux faire Logan 4 étoiles. Je ferai pas en dessous de 4 étoiles par contre. Si t'as pas de quoi faire 4 étoiles, j'attendrai même Hector et tant pis pour toi, mais je ferai pas en dessous de 4 étoiles. C'est 475 shards. Sorry, I kind of need a nap, I guess. I have a French live stream Thursday evening for Crazy Joe. So in 2 days. So dans 2 jours, je fais un stream français. Le jeudi soir, on fait Joe à 18h UTC, donc ça fait 20h pour les Français, quelque chose comme ça, 20h, 21h, je sais plus par là. Fin de journée, heure française, 19, 20h par là, quelque chose comme ça. Salut, j'ai Max, la Gen 8, je pensais skip la Gen 9, exception du héros de la roue. Ouais, pourquoi pas, écoute. Pourquoi pas. La Gen 10 c'est très bien aussi, Kevin. Gen 10 c'est aussi très bien, donc... Gen 11, pardon. Donc moi, je sais pas si je maxerai la 10. Freya, elle est pas folle, surtout que tu auras Fred à la roue. Donc tu vas avoir Fred en fin de génération 9, qui est très bien. Tu vas avoir Freya. Alors Freya, elle a un widget défensif et Fred, il a un widget offensif, à moins que tu sois un rally leader. Mais sinon, tu peux skip Freya. À moins que tu sois un... À moins que tu fasses du rallye. Sinon, tu peux skip Freya, plutôt prendre la Gen 11 avec Lloyd. Lloyd est quand même plus... est quand même mieux, a priori. Il tient plus dans la durée que Freya. Tonton... How do you refill troops on 50-050? We tried it last time. Infantry takes a lot of space. Every refill, yes. Nevertheless, that's why people prefer 60-40 for that. It's because you just have to send infantries. You have to send less infantries and more marksmen, right? So it's very simple, right? It's very, very simple. If I understand it correctly, but I think it's pretty much black and white. Let's say I'm doing, you know, yeah, let's say I'm doing 50-50, right? So I have that in the building. That's what I got. There is like 100k infantry, 100k lance, 100k marksman. I got attacked. I got 50k injured on each. So let's say I have half of the troop left, right? And if I'm reinforcing with like 80k somehow, I mean, basically, I don't know how to explain it. I'm a bit tired, but the infantry is gonna go first. So it's gonna refill infantry, and if the castle is full, it's not gonna. It might not touch your marksman. So usually either you send, sometimes I send a batch of infantry and a batch of marksmen separately. And you can send only marksmen, you can have people sending only marksmen, or you could do like 30, 70, you know, like in terms of split. Toute la Gen 11, Franck. Ouais, toute la Gen 11 est bien, a priori. Moi, j'ai pas encore trop joué avec, mais... j'ai fait toute la Gen 10, je vais faire toute la Gen 11. So it's the big question of today. Do I do Gen 11 now or do I wait? Because Lloyd I'm gonna get. I don't think it was getting Lloyd to 4 stars, to be honest. It's gonna give little points, and you know, I'm not gonna use him until after next SVS anyway, so. We have Frostfire in a minute. I might go get some ice cream before it starts. I'm a bit hungry. I'm coming back in a sec. I'm back. So 5 minutes. So that's my KT. So we're gonna get 30 charms more. Design, why not? These are expensive, to be honest. Holy moly. This is pretty expensive. So gonna cost a lot to max to get a bit of charms, to be honest, and I don't know if it's really worth it. Just responding to a comment. And let's go. Good luck if you play. I'll mute myself a sec. Hopefully it's really chill. So I did one earlier on my farm to record a video in French, a guide. And we are like 90 in the battlefield. It was super chill. Was really, really nice. Hope he got away. The little level 3. He's kind of ruining my plan. It's a bit crowded. We just need someone here and it's dead. It's not a good start. I'm gonna go here first, then hopefully teleport. Let's see. 1 minute, 84, so that's pretty good. So fully deport, that guy might want to go to middle. Do we have some big dudes? Okay, some people from car. So I'll go here. I'll go here. I mean, depending a bit on that dude and that dude. Hopefully they teleport. Many people like to move. But that's a lot of mines to get the extra things. Finger crossed. Good luck if you guys play. Let me know if you have any question about the strategy. We do free to play today. I might do pay to win strategy next month. My game is lagging or it's me? So right, left, right. That's the strat. That's what we do. Easy peasy so far. He moved. And perfect. So we got what we wanted in like 1 minute. So now we're gonna need to get that every minute. I don't have a march. If I get a bit more, that's okay, but if I don't, it's really cool as well. Let me see if I can catch 1 or 2 more. Probably not. Wow. What a waste of gems. Did you just spotted on it? Okay, does not matter. So let's keep track of the 5k we get. It's not crazy, but hopefully people move around. It's not an amazing start. I'm gonna trigger all of these, get the 5k in order. I need to track that properly. But I have no idea when I get it. So he does it for me. So somewhere here, right? Around 2450, something like that. I'll try to make him leave, to be honest. If I can make him leave. The game gave me a neighbor, so if I can make him leave, that's pretty good. Yeah, he moved. Perfect, buddy. Exactly what I wanted. So now I need to gather all of that to trigger the 5k, and we will get patrols now coming back anytime. So I did not get the 5k, so I need to keep an eye on that. I need to send a march regularly to try to trigger it. I did not get it as well. So we need to keep going and gathering the corners. I probably got it. So it was like 2310, let's say. And I get all the skills, so we're good. That's quite easy now with KT. That's one of the benefits of KT. Like the unlocking the skill, not too bad. So I'm gonna need to go and get it. That should be time. We can go back to tracking it properly. 2 sec. Yes, I got it. Perfect. I think I'm good for... No, I can get a few more. I need them to get back before the... But I need to speed up. That's gonna be perfect. Back just in time. And the rest is really just gathering, right? For 1 minute, we can gather a tiny bit. And I did not get the 5k. It was probably a few seconds too soon. So I should get it in 2. That should be okay. Bam. It's decent, you know? It's a decent start. 100k now. There won't be any patrol before. There should not be. Oh, I missed one. I missed one. Oh, all the corners disappeared. Let's come back. These two are very close. These are a bit far as well. I'm a bit too close to the edge. That's not amazing. We're gonna need to trigger the 5k because it's better than a volcano. Hopefully we get it, and then I'm gonna try to get a patrol maybe on top. Oh, volcano. Did I get it? I did not pay attention. That's terrible. Yeah, it's a tough hazard. I mean, I did okay on my farm earlier for the video, but yeah, it's a bit... I get it. It's a bit rough. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all far. This one gonna return, which will give me the 5k as well. So that's, you know, that's quite good. I like to do like 5 volcanoes plus one kind of that's slightly delayed. And you look, you know, we are doing okay so far. Nobody is flying, so maybe nobody is doing the well strategy, which, you know, will be really good. That means we have a chance to rank very high if people don't do that. It's gonna be 1810. We should have the 5k now. Bam, let's go. And that's the third wave, so here you want to pop the buff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I want to find a new spot if I manage to click where I want. Here is good. Wow. Here is the dream, guys. Here is the dream. I just watch the volcanoes being gathered. I want to find like a good ratio. Coming back, 8 sec. We need to trigger the 5k really soon. Didn't know if I got it, but that's okay. That's a very good spot. If I can get 6 volcanoes, plus the 5k, it's amazing. Can I get another one? Boom! That's ready, you know. Climbing up. Climbing up. So usually you want to do the patrols toward the middle because that's where there are most people first. So that's something I usually do not mention, but that's something to understand. Is, you know, try to keep the one close to you. So, but see, like he's taking it from me. So defend your territory as well. Keep an eye on your enemies. If you do the one close to you too quick and you don't go for the one a bit further, sometimes you lose a lot of points. Easy going here. And I probably need to do the 5k again. Just have no idea when. That's very decent. Is middle open? No, middle is opening. I could catch up a lot. That's the magic of the strategy. Did I got it? No, I did not. So let me do it again. It's gonna be a bit of a time, you know, like there is 1 minute or 2 when there are not that many patrols. Gonna try to get the one that are not too far because there are still some left. This guy's gonna get it anyway. So let's, you know, pop all of these. Let's give ourselves some mines to get. What do you kill patrol exactly? But I get points every time I kill a patrol, and that's the best points you can get. If you know what you're doing. And I probably did not time my gathering well, but they are coming back for the patrol, so that was pretty bad. It's not, you know, it was good to gather the a bit of extra volcano, but it's a bit crowded for patrol at that stage. It's a bit crowded. I've lost track of the timer, but patrols are spawning, so I got the 5k, so what's 1406. It's very competitive for getting the corner, and they are getting stolen to me from me. I'm gonna try to make them leave. You know, if I can make him leave, he's a bit annoying. That's gonna give me 5k, hopefully. Yes, I got them. And the patrols are already respawning, so that's somehow, somewhere a bit sooner than I expected. So that's why I usually don't like to gather. You know, level 1 mine, they give so little that if you poorly time the respawn of the patrols, you are actually wasting more than you gain. Did he went away? No. Just going a bit further. Do I have time? I should have time. If nobody steals it from me. So we should have a bit of respawning before. They're a bit sooner. That's weird. Feels to me that they're a bit sooner compared to when I played like an hour ago and what I usually track in my head. We still do very well. That guy is probably gathering level 3 nodes because he's kind of giving us headaches when it comes to points in between volcanoes, but he does not seem to know what's best. So that's good for us, you know. I have no idea about the 5 minutes. I know you give me a time, but I'm not sure. I don't even know if I got it now. I'm gonna keep, you know, sending a march from time to time until I get it properly. Hey Star, welcome. Welcome, welcome. How are you, Star? Are you a doctor yet? I have something itching I wanted to talk to you about. I'm kidding. Yeah, probably got the 5k somewhere. Don't know if anyone saw it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, these are good, so I'm gonna get some here. Let's try to get this one. Tired. You're studying a lot, or? You still have a year left, okay. I know. So let's see if we can catch up. But he's flying now. So I don't know if he's like dominating or stuff, but he's flying at the moment. He's probably doing the level 3 mine strategy. There is no way else he's doing so many points, so much points. Let's get that. Hopefully I can track it now. Yeah, I got it. So it's like 901. What? I don't have volcanoes? What? Wow, why are they so far? Yeah, I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. I might teleport to get my farmer back. They're all so far. Studying plus gym. You're like Danny, that's the gym right now. Any else concern, please DM. How much are you charging? I might have missed it by 1 sec. To be honest, it's terrible. So let's do that. Let's do that. I'm misclicking. I should not read chat. If you need to recall because you're messing up, you do just teleport like I did. It's 1 teleport. I had 1 free anyway, so. Let's find a spot for the next one. And I kind of need to find it now. That's all I can find. That's terrible. 2, 3. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go. I don't care. That's something you should skip, so be able to skip so bad. Why close my client? I put my client smaller by mistake. That's really that's the thing I dislike about Google Play. But the only thing that's annoying, it's so easily resized somehow. You can do that without, trying. But the only part I dislike, I probably missed the 5K. Thanks to the good computer I have, it's not too bad, but that could be 10K points lost right here. So that run did not went as smooth as the previous one I've done for the French video, but that's okay. You cannot be perfect all the time. That's still 400K points. That's all I care about. I'm still second. And now the strategy is I need to get my freaking best march to middle. And that's not it at all. And there should be another wave of mobs very soon. They should start to respawn very soon. Not there yet. They're a bit further. That should be this one. That will be that march. No? Come on. Wow. I sent my second or third march, so that's terrible. I could have recalled, but I'm gonna speed it up instead and see what's going on. There are no patrols here. That's a terrible spot. I sent my best march as well, so it's gonna be... It's a bit, I'm kind of messing up a bit the end. To be honest, that's kind of a terrible ending, but I really want to teleport, to be honest. There is nothing here. They're gonna respawn, so I'm gonna try to fix things with gems a bit, but I have no idea about the 5 minutes, for example. I'm totally lost. I got it now. It was 421, so that's I can recover that and fix it. Let me just get my main march out in case I need to attack patrol with the other one. So I store it in the mine. Let's take it and let's go for middle. So we said 421, so I have a bit of time, but I need to keep my march here. Gonna be perfect. Nearly. Should get the 5k now. Bam, bam, bam. Let's get to 500k at least, you know. That will be good. I might just try to see, is he contested even? 1 minute, so they are fighting for it, so there might be a chance if $15 sec, 1 minute. I should have checked where they are, you know, see if I can track their lines. But it was a lot more bloody than the previous one, a lot less things to do. I could not get middle for even for a sec. And is it a no match? Do I have a chance to, should I push to do? Yeah. What the fuck? What the flying F? You know, it's not gonna be for today, guys. I'm not that kind of player. They have like 300k troops in Frostfire mine. It's totally insane the deployment capacity you can have here. And the stats. It's gonna be what it is. I might be second or third because of castle. So many people got castle, got middle, so before the dude kind of secured the spot. Should we teleport? We have one teleport for free, so let's find somewhere else. Everyone is coming back. I'll send my main march again, you know, just in case. $25 sec. Oh, come on. 3 sec before the end, so it's, you know, it's gonna be it or not. I have one more time to do the 5k. I can do last minute anyway. It's gonna be it, guys. 500k, so that's pretty okay. 6 sec. Just gonna do that. Get the 5k, and I mean, here is pretty good. That guy is catching up quite a bit. I messed up a lot, to be honest. I can't tell what it's gonna do with so many people being able to... Classic doesn't care, you know. It could be inside whenever he wants if that was his main. I got crushed, and we are 4 because of the middle. I mean, that's pretty decent, but that, you know, Wales can do quite better nowadays. Reef did pretty decent as well. Patrol, I did okay. That I have lost 10k here easily. I can do 150, 120 consistently. So that would have granted me rank 3 if I played a bit better. So I'm kind of messed up a bit. The rest is like very, very hard. So why? We even have a worst, kind of a worst. But he got 60k from middle, so that's more or less, you know, the difference. But I got 40k from her. So what did he do better? He was gathering. He was gathering. That works very well for him, though. It worked very well for him. See, a lot of people got middle. But 4 is okay. It's a decent reward. You know, 3-2 is a lot better, but it is what it is. My only hope for middle is to speed up at the beginning. Half of the time it worked. Yeah, but for me, I prefer to secure extra. But that's maybe a mistake, you know. I prefer to secure extra volcano, but maybe I could store my main march to the mine, you know, to the mine nearby me. Send 5 and teleports and 5 under. I don't know. But I have to search for a teleport, so. Eddie was 2, Tonton, PT was 1. So we have a good, you know, good rewards. People are using AI for things in the game. Not sure it works too much. So I'll stay on for like half an hour, guys. So let's wrap up what I wanted to do. If you guys want to chat, if there is nothing to talk about, I might go a bit sooner. A lot of things to do today, but I'm happy to stay on for half an hour. If there is anything you want to chat about. I'm gonna do my labyrinth, set up my things so you can see for the why I'm league what I'm doing if you want to. I mean, I'll do it anyway. Just that. So let's gather. It's gathering day. I'm not gonna be able to gather twice before I go to bed anyway, so. Oh, we are winning now. We are winning today as well. That's cool. We were behind 200 million. So, oh, BNK pushed. BNK pushed on both accounts. Did I see your message above? Not really. Hello, my state. Recently entered Gen 5 and I wanted to know which I should use. FC10 and KY and they won another day. Right, so it depends on Kobe. It depends on what you want to do. Like, do you want to rank? Do you want to... If you want to rank, KY is easier. If you want to help your stats, it's going to be SVS prep. If you want to save speed ups, you can just do it slowly over time and you will, you know, every time you have armament competition and that it takes fire crystal shards, every time you have officer project, every time you have KY, SVS prep, whatever, you start a research and try to do minimum point with a research plus something else, right? That's something you could do as well. But it's a lot of speed ups that you don't have to spend if you do it that way. What did you think about T12? That's pretty good. I mean, they are game breaker. They are really game breaker in the sense that if you don't have T12, you have no chance. But they are really, really more powerful. They are really, really more powerful, so they looks good. It's just the issue to me is really what do we do with the resources? I cannot play T12. I don't have the resources. That's really my problem today. Is I don't know what to do with the resources. Everything else I'm happy with. I think there is something to do with the resources overall in the game. T11 was kind of already an issue and T12 is really a big one. At the end of Gen 3. I mean, I don't know the KY on your state, but that should be doable. If you save from Gen 4 and early Gen 5, that should be 3 months. In most states, that's enough to win KY, but you know, unless you spend, you are at the mercy of a whale saying, I want to win. And I'm gonna win. And then there is nothing you can do, so... What do you mean, Frank? Skill 1, it's so expensive for creating, or both? Both. They are very but healing is, you know, training is one time. So when you've trained, that's okay. But the rest is not. The rest is not one time. I think I just need minor adjustment. Everything is okay. I'm not gonna do anything else. Boom, boom, boom. So 2.4, 2.1, 2. That's my best. That's my second best. That's all okay. So that's 1, 2, 3. Bradley is okay. Gatot is okay. They go very well together. I think that's good enough. That's good enough. Tu diras dans 6 mois, bah ouais, ça se prépare en effet. Mais ça va dépendre de pas mal de choses, mais on peut regarder si tu veux. Quick question, Tonton. What is the best way to counter a counter rally? A counter rally? Not that simple, you know, it's Aya. Or Abdel, it's like, it's you can do, so they counter your rally, so you do a counter of a counter, and they start a counter of a counter, and you do a counter of a counter of a counter of a counter of a counter, and it never ends, right? And the team with the most rally leader, then they can do the most winning. So what you usually do is, let's say, you know, you are attacking here with your main alliance, right? You are north, let's say, here on the left side, north here. So they have the castle, right? Oh, one sec, there is someone. Nothing important. So you are here. So they are holding middle, right? Those you are starting rally, the people in the middle, they see you are starting rally. So either they see it because you are joining the rally immediately and they see the joiners line, and that's going to be important later to understand that. Or either the people in the middle, they're on voice and they tell them they are starting rallies. So what do? Their counter rally team, let's say they are here, they are starting to do counter rallies. You cannot know what's going on, right? You don't know what's going on, but what you can see what's going on is the lines of their joiner going to the counter rally team cities, and you know they are starting rallies. So what smart people do and smart alliance do, the counter rally team, you do not join rallies for 2 minutes. So you cannot see, like, you are blind. They have middle, you don't know what's going on. You start to rally, they are starting the counter rally, and if they delay the joiner by 2 minutes, not the rallies, but the joiners by 2 minutes, you are blind, you don't know when they start their counter rally, and you cannot start your counter of the counter rally, right? Eventually, over time, you kind of more or less know when they start their counter rally, and you can, you know, start yours even if they are not joinings, and same for you, you might tell people not to join the rallies immediately, wait 2 minutes to join rallies so they don't see your lines and they don't start counter of counter of counter. So, and that's why some states start to do cascade of rally, right? Every minute they have 2 rally leaders going, and they don't even, so they're breaking that strategy of counter rallying and stuff. They just have like cascade or avalanche or whatever you want to call it. They just have rallies going on all the time. They have teams, and there is someone on Discord saying team 1 go, team 2 go, team 2, 3 go, and they spend 5, 6 hours just, you know, telling people and doing a countdown from, like, you know, so they can sync their rallies as best as possible. That team 2 go 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, and, you know, people know when they need to go, which second they need to start the rally to be arriving at the middle exactly the same as the center, and you do that for 5 hours. And you have fun doing it. So that's kind of the, like, more advanced battle strategies. So prep is going well so far. We won yesterday, and we were losing. So yesterday we won with like more than $500 million. So that was pretty good. But today, most of the day, we were losing by 200 million. So it looked like we lost most of the advance we had yesterday, right? It looked like today they were catching up. But you know, a few hours later, it looked like we are nearly had 100 billion. So 100 million. That's pretty good. So, and that's a big state. That's really a big state. They are really, really strong. I think they are a bit stronger on battle than us in terms of power. And to make, then, you know, Abdel, you have two options, right? You have two options. Either you send Solomar, you have many options. But the basic what people do is they are on voice. They are sending solo march on all sides, counter rally team, main team, whatever. I mean, counter rally team is already inside. So let's say your counter rally won. They are inside, you want to swap to your main alliance. So what people do is they are sending marches. They are usually syncing on voice. That's what we do, that most alliances do. And then they are like, I'm eating middle in 10 sec. So the main rally leader that you want, so we use, you know, any rally leader that's working and that's strong enough to be a rally leader for a swap. So it could be Jackie, it could be PT, it could be BNK, it could be whoever on voice say, you know, I'm 10 seconds away from being middle. So everybody else, you speed up to time their marches at the same time as him. The counter alliance, they start to kick the stronger people out a few seconds before. So like maybe 5 seconds before, they start to kick everyone, especially the stronger people out, and they leave the weaker player inside up to one player, and then you swap. The issue is that your opponent's gonna catch that. They're gonna understand what you do, and their big rally leaders gonna send march, speed them up, arrive at the same time as you. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And eventually, if they are really good at swapping, you will lose. If they are really good at countering you, because they will see you marching, they will see the time, you know, they'll click on your line, they will know that you are landing in 10 sec, and their rally leader gonna time their marches just after, just before, something like that, and they'll get it. So then you start to do fake swaps. You send your marches, maybe you kick 1 or 2 people out, or you just go through garrison and you just change with the garrison leader, so it looks like you are kicking people. And you're not gonna do the swap, so you're gonna take a full, you know, you're gonna take a full march injured, or you send 1 troops, whatever you want. So they're gonna start to send their marches, speed up because they think you are swapping, and you don't. And then you send again a march, and you do the swap, or you don't do the swap, and you repeat. And every 2 times you do the swap, every 3 times you do it randomly. Sometimes you swap first time, sometimes you swap third time, sometimes you swap fourth time, sometimes you swap. You know, you just play it randomly from them, but you're on voice, you are thinking things, and you know what you do. Else, if you have rallies going on, you just let the rally going, and you just swap with rallies. That's the safer option, right? You are attacking your counter rally team with your rally on the main march. You can have a rally lagging behind for that, for example. So, you know, a rally arriving like 1 minute after the counter rally team, so it's like a counter of your own counter, if that makes sense. And it will swap with the rally eventually. So you have this option, and then it's mind, you know, it's mind game and it's strategies, and it's reading your opponents and understanding what they do and trying to counter it. And so, you know, there is no guarantee. You have to be the smarter or the faster or the most reliable. For us, what we found that really works is like, yeah, someone says I'm 10 seconds to middle, and this guy is not speeding up. Everybody else is just adjusting a march based on that timer. So whenever that main dude hits, there is like 20 of us going, and the castle is full instantly every time, nearly. When we do swap, the castle is full every time instantly, because everybody else timed their march based on them, and that's give us like an instant swap, like a rally. It's just that it's only solo march eating, so you need to have very little amount of troops inside, and if the opponent is having 2 or 3 marches that gets in before you, then you are solo marching against, you know, 3 or 4 players. They have joiner, they'll kick your butt, and you might fail the swap. So it could be a bit tricky, but that's how we do it. So that's, you know, that's the battle strategy I know, and that we use most of the time. And I'm sure you can do like, you know, you can do fake swaps, you can play mind games. So one strategy that people use is like, let's say, you know, so what will happen in the real battlefield? So you get your counter rally team, they got middle. So here, what they do, they are waiting for the swap to happen, and they will try to steal your swap, right? They'll try to get your swap and to take it from you. But eventually, if you don't do the swap, they're gonna start their rally, because you are not accumulating time on the right alliance, but they are not accumulating time either. And if they are losing, it's not helping them winning. So they will start rallies, and usually people start to to do the swap when they start rallies, because it's gonna take them time to cancel rallies, to send solo marches. They will have some people with their march walking, you know, it's gonna be a bit of a mess, right, for them. So usually, because the counter rally team, they will see when they start rally. So you will have them start rally. Maybe you wait a minute, that they're, you know, they are not paying attention to swaps and they are not into getting, you know, they might just prefer to rally than canceling and trying to get your swaps, and then you swap. So there are a lot of little things you can think of that way. And again, you can see the lines of them joining their rallies. They can fake it as well. They can make you think that they are doing rallies when they are canceling them immediately. Like, you know, it's never ending. So it's never ending. I'm sure you, if you have, you know, people that love to have fun with that, you can find, like, you know, adjusting details and having fun with that a lot. Selon toi, des deux, quel est le meilleur héros? Alonso, Greg? Bah ça dépend pourquoi, c'est toujours pareil, Locke. Pas comparer des pommes et des poires. J'ai tendance à dire Alonso, un petit peu, globalement en ce moment, mais... Is the 50-20-30 the best counter for 60-40? It depends. 60-40 is offensive. Understand that 60-40 is offensive. It's not just a defensive ratio. It works both ways. So the best counter could be totally 60-40. There is rarely, you know, I don't really believe much in counter rallies with ratio. It's rare. It's actually rare that it works, to be honest, in my experience. It's about timing rallies and doing more rally. About timing rally and doing more of them. That's what matters. Trying to counter with the ratio often does not work, because you know, you never have a player that is as strong as the opponent. You always have one that is stronger than the other and stuff like that. So it's usually more about the power of your enemy or your power versus them, and doing more rally than, you know, rally ratios. I would not stress too much about ratios. You use the best you have, and Gen 3, 50-20-30 is still very good. And 60-40 is not that good. Gen 3, it's not that good yet. It starts to be good with Reyna. And Nora, and then Rene, it gets very, very good. So it's more like, it's better to have another rally, time perfectly, arriving at the end that same second, than trying to see. But it depends on what you have. If you have Lancers player, you can do 60-40 as well. That's okay. Offensively, it works. I know people think it's a defensive ratio, but it has nothing to do with being defensive. It's just a ratio that works. It works both ways. So you might just do that as well. I think we're good here. Yeah, but they can test it, or you know, what do they use instead of Dinman? It's okay with 60-40. It works well with 60-40. That's not really working today. Beast nuclear knockout. That's what BNK means. So he's pushing for SVS prep, I guess. I mean, yeah. So he did not stop, right? He's pushing as we speak, so he's probably not stopping. So he probably burrows them, like you'll find them underground when he finishes or something like that. I mean, it's another level of whale for the far bigger player we ever had. He's so strong. Where is he? Logan, Philippe plus Greg. So what like if people know Greg is working, right? Logan Philly, that's a bit weird though. Are you using marksman with that? I would not be sure. With Lancers, I'll be sure Deanman is probably better, but with marksman, I'm not sure because there is a lot of stats. That's extra damage, that's extra reduce enemy damage dealt, extra health, right? But the widget is offensive. So that's why Deanman usually kind of works, is because he only has 2 skills and he has a widget in defense. When Greg has 3 skills and he has no widgets in defense. So that's why it's like 3 versus 3 and Deanman is a bit better somehow. Works a bit better. So that's really why, it's because these 2 skills are okay, lethality up and, you know, defense up, even if it's 20%, but, you know, many of them are 20, and then you get the widget as well here. We use, that should work, that could work. The only issue, it could be that, you know, like, the issue with 10% marksman is if you play against Lancers, if Lancers are proccing Ambusher, they might die very quickly. That's the only issue. So you know, that's only 20% chance. But if somehow they get a bit lucky with their Ambusher skill, that's bypassing infantry, that's bypassing Lancers, and it's attacking directly marksmen. And so if they have 40% infantry, 40% Lancers, you have 10% marksmen, and on top of that you have a rally leader somehow that don't have a lot of health and defense, something like that, they could decimate your marksmen, and then your marksmen are useless more or less. So that's why many ratio do not use the 10% marksmen. If you play against 50-0-50 and they don't have Lancers, then it makes a lot more sense to me to have these 10% marksmen eventually. Else it's probably not gonna work. Let's put it that way. We're getting destroyed because they just unlock FC10. Yes, Springy, that's so rough. That's so rough. When you are like one... Yeah. When you are one... Is he stopping? He's not stopping. Every time you click, there is 500,000 points more. See? He's going that's gonna be insane. We'll see where it lands. Still going up a lot in both defense and attack. You would recommend... I mean, from what I know, 50-20-30 should work still very well, or 60-10-30 should work very well. But you know, like the game changed a lot since I've been Gen 2 or 3. So, but you know, from a theorycraft standpoint, from what I got from talking to people, 50-20-30 still make a lot of sense. I have some viewers telling me that they have a very, very big success with 60-40, but I don't have reports to back up that their wells were weaker than the other wells, right? I think it happens when their wells were stronger. And that's a very, like we talked about refilling marksmen earlier. 60-40 is a very simple ratio to refill because you can play 70-30. That's 70-30 is gonna work. And you mostly need to reinforce infantry. Lancers are not really dying that much or being injured that much. So that's a lot easier to refill. So there is some benefit to 60-40. But I think every time someone told me, hey, you know, we won with 60-40, I've actually yet to see the report that their wells were weaker than the opponents, and I think they were stronger. So if you are stronger, it could make sense. If your well is stronger, it could really make sense to do 60-40 because everything else is simple. And you can use Deanman, it might be the best option. I'm not sure versus Alonso, to be honest, but I would assume that Dinman is a bit better. In that case. I don't know if you guys disagree or agree. You have the right to disagree. Why I joined the rally? So how long does he have the buff? Probably need 2 slots, to be honest. 5 more minutes. You probably need 2 slots. Probably, you know, make far more sense to give him 2 slots if he needs to. He's nowhere near. He's nowhere near. Do we use Geronimo forever or we replace him in 1 generation? Depending for what, Emma. For Bear, it's forever. So far, it's forever. But Hector is very, very close. So for Geronimo to be better, you need Geronimo widget 10, which is pricey, right? You need to do both the hero to 4 stars to get the skills, at least 5 star. I don't think it's necessary. It's particularly later gen. We use 1% infantry, so and he gives so little stats compared to what you have. So it's 4 stars, level 5 skills, widget 10 versus Hector, 4 stars, no widget. You don't need the widget on Hector. It's a defensive garrisoning widget, does not work on Bear. That, you know, it gives you a bit of health and lethality on your infantry, so that's really literally peanuts. So you don't care about that. So like a, you know, a very expensive hero that probably costs you 500-600 euro can be to max can be nearly, you know, Hector is nearly as good on Bear. And then for offensive rally, a max Geronimo, so 5 star though, because you need the infantry stats, is falling off, you know, Gen 6 or 7. It's falling off Gen 6 or 7, so. Same for the S16 for Hector and Geronimo. I don't know Gen 16. I have no idea about Gen 16. I'll just wait for BNK to finish his push. I can check Gen 16 if you want, but I have no idea. I don't look, you know, there is nobody testing these heroes properly and doing theory crafting about Gen 16 and posting about it. We don't know how the skill works. The people doing the theory crafting, they are not Gen 16, so I have no interest like to look ahead that much and just to, you know, randomly bet on skill description. If I start saving for today. So where is that? Where is that? BNK. You know, you think you won a SVS until BNK pushes. I mean, that's really insane, guys. I don't know if you... That's nearly double, right? That's double that what PT spent and used. And he saved like crazy compared to everybody else. And BNK pushed as much on his small account that he pushed on his, you know, on all these guys. I mean, illusion, power, we don't care, right? The power of the it give, we don't care. It's giving that, right? It's improving flat health and lethality no matter the situation, right? But like when you use 1% infantry on Bear versus 95%, for me, I'm using 98% marksman. Like, you know, if I get the widget. If I get a widget 10 on my Hector over a widget 4, of course I'll do a bit more because I'll get a bit of health. So maybe I need a tiny bit less infantry in my rally. Maybe I can remove 100 infantry or 500 infantry to put a bit more marksmen. Of course it has an impact, but like it's so negligible that I'm kind of discarding it, right? By default, it's like it's. I did not say it's not working. I say it's peanuts, if that makes sense. That was chosen on purpose because these are so small on Bear Trap. Again, that's really, we talk about Bear Trap here. In a rally, it's a very different story, right? Your health and your lethality of your marksman is in your infantry is really important, so that's a very different. But for Bear, you know, even if you were using 10% infantry versus 80% marksman, of course, maybe you do 2% more damage or whatever, but I mean, I I would not make decision based on that, if that makes sense. That would not be what drive my decisions at all. I would ignore it when I make decisions. And focus on things that are a bit more important, if that makes sense. Yes, I'm happy to talk about it. Is it the end? He might try to get, I don't know. You know, if he needs to, I'll give him a second title. Sure, we can find someone that really don't need it. Don't need it. Some of them are a bit older than mine states. I think they are a bit older for some of them, but many of them are like, you know, 1,500, 1,300, I think. If you look at their states on WoS Nerds. Let's look at the admin. I mean, Blaze is 786. The other one we don't always know. Alshar is on our Discord as well regularly, Alshar, and he's kind of... he's probably a bit ahead. He's probably Gen 12 or 13. Rio, so the one that's making the simulator. Rio is like nearly 1,600. And some of them I don't know. Snowy maybe is a bit on the older state. There is another guy. What's his name? Darkstream is a bit of an older. He's one of the admin server, but he's really more into packs than actually heroes and stuff. At least you know that I know and that I've seen. But like Gen 15 and 16 is like, check on YouTube, you will see nobody talking about Gen 15 and 16. The only thing they will do, if they do, as far as, you know, maybe it changed, maybe there is someone doing it now, but whether people are covering new heroes, what they do, and they go in game and they read you what the hero does. They just go in game and they tell you, oh, look, it does that. Oh, it's improved, its enemy defense done 25%. Woohoo! Attack up. I mean, these are fairly straightforward, right? But for example, for some of these, we might not know which other skill they are additive or multiplicative. We can guess eventually based on the wording and based on the wording of the previous skills. And when you have seen enough of that, you might be able to guess, okay, that's likely additive with some skill, likely, you know, multiplicative with others. But until tested, attack up, fairly straightforward. 20% chance to deal extra damage to all enemy troops. That's totally insane though. Like Vivesa, depending, you know, that's probably totally insane. But again, that's on paper. You know, if it works a certain way, if it's odd, if it's like Gwen does not work the way it's written, like whatever, then you don't know and you cannot be sure. But it looks good on paper. It looks good. That's like you know, that's kind of Nora, but with 10%. So you know, I don't know. I don't find that sexy, interesting to do. Like I could go in game and read the skill and make a video of it. You know, like, oh, Gen 16 is out, but if I cannot tell you what to do with it and I cannot tell you how it works for sure, then it's, you know, the interest to me is very limited to make content about it, at least. But I see, you know, the people say, oh, Gen 16 is out and we can look at the skin and we can see, like Arena as well, you know, you can... Some of these, you know, some of the best heroes in Arena, when you look at their description, they are not that crazy. They don't look like that sexy. You're not like, oh, that's gonna be the next beast right in Arena. Like Bradley, it looks good, but like, would you guess that Bradley is such a monster in Arena by looking at that? Looking at these two? Area damage, doing 420% of his damage. That, you know, it's a bit high, but if it's like particularly high, you will find other skills. This one like that, attack, you know, 84% of his attack area of effect. Like, will you find that so good? Like, I don't know. Like, you know, from that, yeah, he has 2 AoE damage. That's the base, you know, line of good Arena hero. They have often 2 AoE damage. Some are very good with just 1, so it really depends. So yeah. I mean, I could do it, huh? But I don't know if there is any interest. I don't know if there is a... It's interesting to do it, even for you guys than for me. It's an easy video to make, that's for sure. That we can agree on that. That's easy video to make. I go online and I read with my French accent. Do you have T12 troop? Not yet, a user. I'm waiting next SVS. I have a bit of research to complete. So the training course is working partially on T12 because you train T11 within T12. So the training course is working. So I'm gonna finish marksmen and lancers and infantry, and I'm gonna finish as well lancers eventually. I'll finish 2 troops at least, and I'll work toward finishing the 3rd one for training, and then next SVS I'm gonna push everything. So I need to stack up on fire crystal shards, I need to stack up on fire crystal, I need to stack up on refined fire crystal, and I need to stack up on resources and a bit of speed ups too. And that's gonna be sorry for the minimizing again. And then I'm pushing next time very big. But I start to have a lot. That will have been 4 months of savings. And thanks to you guys, you know, and again, the content creator link, I'll be able to whale up a bit more. So there will be a lot more in my bags by the next SVS. Thanks to everyone that helped. So that's amazing. That's gonna be the biggest push ever. I don't know if I can do a BNK kind of biggest push ever, but I can do a tonton biggest push ever. At least that I can do. He stopped, right? He stopped here. So he did double points than everybody else. Yeah, that I agree, Liquid Dream. That's why I don't do it. That's what I don't do it. I'm like, you know, it's an easy video to make. It's probably attracting. Like I'm mindful the way I do content, what kind of content I'm doing, the way I advertise it. Of course, I do clickbait titles from time to time, and you know, because it really helps for the views and to get to know the channels. And I don't know for you, but every time I click on a video on YouTube, and I do watch a lot of YouTube, I do click on a lot of clickbait titles, and I don't remember the titles 5 minutes in the video, right? The title is not important as long as it's not misleading and I don't feel I wasted my time. And the person like attracted me with certain title and they did not deliver on what they give, then you get disappointed and you're like, you know, that guy is an ass, you know? But as long as your title is in line with what you deliver in the video, it can be clickbait. At least to me, as a big watcher of, you know, YouTube content, I have no problem with that. But you see, when I do giveaways on Discord, I don't tag everyone. I don't tag everyone every time. I sometimes do, because I want like the more casual player to have a chance eventually. But often I just do a giveaway. And if you pay attention, you enter it. And because I don't make a fuss about it, there are less people. And the most active ones are the one entering the giveaway, and the most active one have the highest chance to win. And it's not because I forgot to tag everybody. It's because I don't want people to be on the Discord for the giveaways. I'm happy to do the giveaways. The Discord, by the way, is bigger than the YouTube channel now. The Discord is over 6,000 people. The YouTube channel is 5.5, and the Discord have been growing more than the YouTube channel. And I'm not trying to make. I don't same with if I do giveaway on a stream, except for the anniversary or like the million views and stuff. I would not mention it if I do one. I'll do it, and the usual watchers, you know, people that are like viewers, that people that care to be there often, they likely get it. So I prefer to. That's how I prefer to do things. You know, it could be maybe better if I was making a lot of noise to get bigger numbers, but you know, that's kind of what I prefer to do, I guess. I like you because that's what you do. Is, for example, an Indian guy make a video, but it's a clickbait. Yeah, many people try to do that, and you know, you have to play that game of like a nice thumbnail, and you want to click on it, but you need to deliver behind it, right? If it's a shitty video, then, you know, I don't know. I've seen many of these as well, especially on mobile games. Do you finish all the research and the research center to FC10? No, so you need to to go to T12, you just need that. You just need the Helios Lancers or the Helios Infantry. So if you finish Helios Infantry plus your War Academy is FC10, you can unlock T12. So you need the building FC10 and you need one, you know, to unlock T12 Infantry, you need T11 Infantry. To unlock T12 Marksman, you need T11 Marksman. So you will need to do that part of the research to access T12 and put your building. And the research, the healing seems to not impact T12, but the training cost is partially impacting T12. And training T12 is very expensive, so that's why I want to finish the training cost, because that's impacting the cost total of T12 when you train it, when actually the healing cost seems to have no impact. And I hope for a fix one day, then at least it's reducing it a bit. Same as the training, it's reducing the T11 part of the T12, right? Like more or less T12 is like 2 times or 2.5 times T11. So, you know, you could have like a small portion reduced by these research, because these research are very expensive for what they give, you know. They give me like freaking 14% attack, and that was like crazy expensive to do. So it does not worth the 14% attack, if that makes sense, unless you have nothing else to do in the game, right? Yeah, but they are buried. Buried. I'm gonna go soon, guys. I have some few things to do for work today as well. It's a bit more than I was thinking I'll do. So last few questions, if there are any, and I'll go. That's where we are. So that seems to be, you know, they could train crazy, but they could train like crazy. But, you know, I don't know. Like, I feel that we are good for SVS prep. But that's usually the point we make on chill SVSs over 5 days. That's usually the point we make. And on good SVSs, we made 6 billion lately. But we have a lot more spenders. We recruited a lot more spenders. Guys like BNK, like Cat, whoever else is here that I don't know, you know. There are some people I don't know. I don't know if it's because we did a pirate fruit team. Some of these names I don't know. You're very welcome. It's a pleasure to do. I really like it. Just have other things to do in life sometimes, so I wish I could stay a bit more. But not now, not today. For the French people, I'll be back Thursday for a stream en français in French. I'll do Crazy Joe. Every 2 weeks I do Crazy Joe on Thursday for the French folks. On the French channel, yeah. And then of course I'll be live Saturday to stream the big battle. I think it's gonna be a cool one. I'm really curious about how we do with T12, how it works. Because we barely had any T12 for Tyrant, so we don't really have a lot of things to view about it. Just to put them side to side. Like Splat is our BNK of King Shot. He's like double the points of the next one, you know? That's more or less what's happening here. It's just that we do a lot more points later in the game. That's I have the two, you know, on both games I have the two big dudes on my side, so happy with that. Happy with that. That was pushing all I could on King Shot. That's nice. But cheers everybody. Have a nice day. Have a nice Tuesday. Have a good week. I'll see you Saturday or on Discord on videos. And yeah, thank you very much for watching as usual. Thank you very much for being here, for your question. Really helps, you know, sharpen my thinking and get to learn new things eventually as well. So it's always very welcome. No dumb questions. Every question is welcome. And see you soon. Have a good day. Cheers.